I'm getting it.
Put your shoulder in first. Put your shoulder and then put your arm, fold your arm in behind it.
Lean a little bit.
Put your shoulder on and now put your arm in. That's a lot easier. Give me just a minute, everybody. I am running behind. I am sorry.
Oh, yeah.
Hello, three-wheeler. Hello, big boys. I'm sorry. Give me just a second. I'm trying to get everything caught up. I had a customer. Give me just a second. I'm trying Let me get this cut off. I apologize. I'm running behind. All right, let's see. Three-wheeler said, what's up? Hello, three-wheeler. Carlos said, what's up? Y'all, Pops. Hello, Carlo. Three-wheeler said, ha-ha, first. Yep, you're first. Carlos said, what's up, three? Three said, what's up, big boys? And Cod King said, Pop, you're a bit late on tonight. I am. I had a customer. Sorry about that. Let's see. Let me make sure. Let me Tanzania. Let me. Yes, I did. Sorry. It kind of got next to me yesterday. I've had it on my mind all day. So we'll talk. Let me get caught up. I don't want to pronounce it wrong. I thought that we had the agreement I was pronouncing it right, and evidently you let me know yesterday I was a dumbass and I did not pronounce it so right. Give me a minute and I'll catch up. Cool King says hi, and Mike says hello. Carlos says hello, Tanzania. Tanzania. I'll get it in a minute. I got it right here. Sorry. Three-wheeler says, my man, how are you? Well, buddy, I've been better. I've been worse. It's cold. Like I said, the weather, I cannot stand cold weather, but I'll get it here just a second. Big Carlos said, what's up, Mike? Want to make sure I get it right. I do not like Oh, I got it turned down. Hold on. I'll get it right in just a second. Hold on. Tanzania. Sorry, Tanzania. There it is. Tanzania. I'll try to get it right. Let's see. V says, hello. What do you know about Turkey? I don't know much about Turkey. Not much at all. King God said, remember me, Pop? I have been coming in your live for a wee now. Yes, I do remember you. Mike says, hi, Carl. Hi, Carlo, how are you? Amy said, hi, friends. Hello, Amy. Carlos says, yeah, I got it. I'm going to get it right because, like I said, I don't like to be made a fool out of, and I'll work on it. I have had it on my mind all day. Amy says, hi. Hello, Amy. Jitsu says, what do you do for a living? I'm a track inspector for the railroad. You are pronouncing it right. If it's right for me, it's right for everyone. The other guys wrote, which is incorrect anyways. I hope you have a good day. You or whoever was talking last night let me know I was having a hard time pronouncing it. So, I'll change it till I get it down right. Mike said, three-wheeler, hello. Three-wheeler says, it sure is cold where I'm at 9 degrees. Good law. Bang says, where's your kid? They're working on the car right now. Let me stop the chat there for just a second. We had a customer come in doing some exhaust work. Randy and Justin's looking at the exhaust. 6 says, yo, what's up, Unc? YouTube says, how are you? Doing great. Hope you are. 3-wheeler says, Amy, hello, hello. Smuggler says, Pakistan or Indian? Both. India, sorry. Smuggler says, same thing. Again, just backwards. Mike says, you know enough to cook a turkey. And there you go. Carlos said, I'm good, thanks, Mike. How are you? Amy says, almost 500 subs. I hope you get it, Amy. If anybody don't mind, help Amy out. She's trying to get to 500. 3-wheeler says, what's up, Sexton? Jers says, if there was no age of consistent laws, what's the lowest age you would go? I'm gonna be honest with you. If you're talking about dating and all that, I think it's disgusting to be anything anywhere close to my kid's age. So I like keeping in a just say a 10-year radius with of my age. I'm gonna say. God King said, "Mile Fast on the map." Yes, we put it up here yesterday. Stellar says you're the only normal American I've seen on this shitty YouTube today. Well, thank you. Jers said, sent 100 for 2 joules. Oh, good God, it jumped. See, Mark says, mint looking picture on the wall. Thank you. Smuggler said the same thing. Please don't spam. I've read it, and that's your 5th time. Please do not do that. If you got something else to say, I don't need to choose one. I got both of them. I don't. I've got friends all over in the world map. I've got friends that come in here from both. I don't choose them. Everybody's human. Mike says, Cold Carlo. Cod King says, almost died yesterday, but he was on the floor. One on the floor. 3-wheeler says, that sounds like a good thing, Stellar. Oh, says, you're Johnny Sins. Nope. Jane says, hey, all. Hello, Jane. Tan says, you keep on pronouncing it as usual, man. I don't know why, honestly, you got mad at me. Well, I'm not called up. If I get called up, I'll talk to you. But right now, let me get called up, please. Beth said, Randy, don't let one person get you down. We appreciate it. Thank you, Beth. It just got to me yesterday, but we'll figure it all out. Yesterday's yesterday. We can't change it. We can only go forward today. 3-wheeler said, Jane, what's up? Bang said, spread positive vibes. That's exactly right. That's what I'm shooting for. Evidently, it made somebody mad because I've got phone calls and texts about it, and the text asked me, said I called him a name, and I did not. So, like I said, I do want to talk about it, but I'd like to get called up. Carlos said, hello, Jane. Let's see, what's that name there? Bold, I guess. I don't know how to pronounce that. I'm not even going to try. I thank you for coming in, and if I'm behind, but if you'll stay in, I will get your name down and put a pin in the map. And he says, hey, Max. 3-wheeler says, Beth, hello, how are you? Jane says, hey, Carlo. Carlo says, hello, Amy. I can't stand it. I got to move it. All right, there we go. I'll put it back in before everybody leaves. Now, Carlos says, hello, Amy. Jane says, hi, Beth. Madison deleted you. It had to be bad if Madison deleted you, so please be respectful, please. Carlos says, hello, Madison. Jane says, hey, Maddie. Bridges, Jaden Bridges, appreciate it if anyone could help. King says, say 42 really loud, please. 42! Bucker says, my family are upset with me because I bought home a lady boy, girlfriend. That's you and your family's thing, not ours. VG says, hello, what pronouns do you see? I see one male, one female. That's what I see, but we're not discussing it in here. Madison said, hey, Carlo. King says, hi, Jane. Bridges says, God bless everyone in here, and God bless you too. Thank you. Madison said, hey, Jane. 3-wheeler says, thank you, mods. Daryl says, hey, Randy. Hello, Daryl. Jaden says, any donations will help me out. Me too. If y'all giving out money, y'all welcome to hit the donation button. Appreciate it. Jaden said he'll take some too. Three Wheeler says, thank you, Jaden. Says, I am getting blocked or something. I hope not. I talk right, act right, and you don't get blocked in here. I'm froze. Nope, I'm back. Come on, catch up. There we go. Sorry, it froze for some reason. Guess because it's cold. Let's see. Mike said, hi, Jane. VG said, yeah, I didn't answer that. Jane said, hi, Mike. Three Wheeler says, metal. Carlos says, be right back. Three Wheeler says, okay. Mary says, Mary, word. It just jumped. Let's see. He legit checked out my music and liked it. Daryl says, Maddie, Three Wheeler, Mike, Jane Big. Jaden says, my parents are dealing with a lot of financial, so any donation is appreciated. Mike says, Daryl. Carmen says, good afternoon, everybody. Hello, Carmen. James says, what's your favorite meal? Mainly, I like steak. The Bang says, Americans will get attacked by China. I hope not. Daryl says, Carmen. Three Wheeler says, Carmen. James says, free Palestine. I freed them this morning, told them they can go, and they said it was too cold. They stayed in the basement. Mike said, Jaden, everybody's having problems with money nowadays. We can all feel the pain. Amen. BG said, what? God dang, quit saying the same thing over and over, please. Jane says, hi, Daryl. Madison, hey, Daryl. Wells says, you look like a blue collar. I am. Yellow right now. Carlson said, hi. Mike says, hi, Carmen. Jane says, hi, Cod King. Papa, let's see. Papa says, what you do for a living? I work for the railroad. I'm a track inspector. Dan's Boo said, hey, brother, hello. Ken says, you look like you make a real mean smoky rib rack barbecue. I don't do a lot of cooking. Randy does most of it. But Dabzoo, something like that. Love from England, UK. Hello. Tans, and I can understand why my message was skipped when I mentioned I enjoyed tuning in here. If I skipped it, I'm sorry. I'm trying to get caught up. I did not see it. It did not mean to. And see, when people come in here and start doing this stupid crap, somebody's got to delete them. Then it messes up my whole damn thing. So you can thank the trolls for it. Let's see. Okay, he's got money signs. Sarah says, how old are you? 56. Goat says, what's this channel about? The average channel is about car content, our everyday life. We come in these lives to have a good vibes and everything. Madison said he's really quickly, don't think he's meaning to skip any if he did. That's right. Thank you, Madison. King says, it's Christmas soon, but I'll be in prison because of yesterday. That's not good. I don't know what Iggy said, but anyway, Mitchell said, hello, old timer. How is life treating you? It's good. Oh, I see now why it is. Jane says, Dan said, the messages are coming in fast. Pops can't read all the messages. If I skipped it, I did not mean to. I do apologize. I am trying to get caught up. Bang says, do you hate Israel? I don't hate anybody. We're all human. So please don't try to divide. If we all stay together, we're a lot better and stronger. Mark says American would win. King says, okay. Let's see. Daryl says, if y'all want to chat, you're welcome, but please be respectful. And if you're going to troll, hit the like button before you leave. Keep it positive vibes in here. Yes, please. The moderators need to enjoy the live too. They don't need to be trying to read y'all's crap and delete it. So please be respectful. Mike says, hello, Cod King. Mark says, rebuilt in 1957 Studebaker once. Cool. Rebuilt a 1957. Sorry, that'd be awesome. I'd love to see it. Daryl said he is in Denton, North Carolina, USA. That's right. If I missed the question, I am so sorry. Mitchell said, do you like Cocoa Krispies? I do. Is there something back there? Yep. That's my breakfast thing a lot of times. Ricky Robbie says, warm beer on a hot day or a pineapple pizza? I don't like beer or pineapple pizza. Weird says, blah, peephole. Which country are you in? I'm in Denton, North Carolina, United States. Frank says, dude, you got a little buggy in your left nose. Oh, that's not, it just drive me crazy. Okay, hang on. Adam's waving. King God said hi. Tan says, I'm from Tan. I will get it later. I'm not going to try to pronounce it till I get it down pat. King God said, Belfast on top. Don Jones says, Jesus died for you and he loves you too. Jack says, are you a doctor? No. Adam says, hi. Valiant Customs, hello Valiant. Hi Randy and everyone. Hope you're doing well. Bash says, hi, bro, I'm from Iran. All right, welcome, Iran. Scott said, what's up, brother? Not much. Hope everything's good for you, Scott. Daryl said, Steve. Attitude says, hello from Pakistan and you, Denton, North Carolina, United States. Valance says, hi, Daryl. Daryl says, Scott. Tinker says, Mark, when I hear Studebaker, I always think of frozen beer and the fork in the road. Mike said, hi, Valent. Sebastian said, oh man, now I got to translate the English to try to read that. Let's see. Well, yeah, it's French. I speak French with you because I'm, hello. Hi to you all. How are you? We're doing well. Dan says, hey, everyone. Daryl said, Snot Rocket. I know. I need to pop it out, I guess. Valance says, hi, long. Attitude's looking. Is it really in there? I don't want to be. I don't like looking stupid. Man, my damn paper towel's gone. Let's see. Zimmerman said, how do I be cool like my man? I don't know. Scott said, y'all have been busy. Yeah. Daryl says, and Jane said, hi, Valiant. Tan says, Randy, don't make me angry, please. You were already pronouncing it correctly. There is nothing to change better. Valiant says, Jane. Long said, lots and lots of practice. Zimmerman. King God says, no, talk about do he like Israel or India? It's a lie for everyone. Just leave him alone. Yeah, I love everybody. That's what I'm trying to tell y'all. I don't need to pick anybody. They're all out there. They're all human. We are all human. That's what this is all about, for everybody to keep on a positive vibe and stay happy. That's what I'm trying to do. James said, Tanner needs you to stop. It's not about you, please. Carlos says, I'm back, y'all. Yesterday, the other guy was making fun of you, and I was agreeing with you. Yet I got blocked and yelled for nothing. I will always respect this live. Okay, it's over. It's done. I told you. Be done with it. That's part of the problem. That's part of the problem, too, because people don't listen. Church says, hey, mate. Valance says, what's on the names behind the wall? If you become a member, the members go on the wall. And to go out, there's a members wall at the road. That's what I do for people for becoming members. For $4.99, your name and your channel goes up on the wall for everybody to see on every live, and for anybody that comes by the shop, your name's out there on the concrete wall out front at the road. I see. Church said, Church said, what do you do for work? I work for the railroad, and I'm a track inspector. Jane, I will respect you and everyone, guys. Daryl said, those are channel members, Steve. I said, thanks, Daryl. I'm sorry, I am behind slow, and Daryl caught it before I did. Jane said, Dan, it wasn't just about that one statement. You can be blocked again. Muhammad said, like it. No, I'm not saying that. See, and that's something else I don't like for y'all trying to get me to say things I don't need to be saying. Dan said aliens are looking down on us, wondering what the fuck. That's right. That's the reason I got my hat right here. I hide from them. They can't find me now. Jane said, "Hey Dan, yes they are." Jane says, "Hit the like button, peeps." I have. Daryl said, "Dan, I must sub his new channel if he respects me this time." Church said, "Cool job. I'm just a janitor. Ha ha." Builder says, "Hi mate, how are you? I'm doing well. Hope you are." Jesus is King says, "Hey Pop." Oh, I missed one. Sorry. John says, "Hey Pop Paul, how you doing?" Let's see. Daryl says, "Jordan." And Adam says, waving 3 times. Builder says, "Hope you don't mind me saying you're nice, nice looking guy. Love your beard." Hey, I appreciate it. Thank you. Jamie, I think you've asked that before. Have I ever smoked a fag? No, I do not smoke. Carlos says, "Hi, Jordan." John says, it is then a, no, it's my alien hat, John. Tinker said, "Gonna have to take a auctioneer course to keep up with this chat." I do like it like that now. I really do. When it gets busy, I kind of work my butt off, but we do. This morning I needed 10 more to get to 3,000, but after last night, a couple people fell off over that incident. So I think I need 13 more to make 3,000. Daryl said, "Tinker." Demeter says, "What's happening here? Trying to get caught up." Jane said, "Hi, Jordan." Jesus King said, "Hey, Daryl and Mike." Jane said, "Hi, Tinker." Jesus says, "And Jane." Tinker says, "Hi, all." Wookie says, "Good evening. Hope you all doing well today." We are. It's cold. Mike said, "That's for sure, Tinker." John said, 10 full hat makes it so the aliens can't read your mind." That's right. Tanisha, I'm still not saying it right, but I will get it. I promise you. I've been practicing. Let's see. Okay, Jane. Then it has to be about the documentary I saw on TV. Won't repeat it, hopefully. You please don't believe what you see on TV. We're not as bad as people think or act. Biller says, "I love your lives." I'm from Liverpool in UK. Great, awesome, thank you. James said, "Hi, Wookie." Rose 6439 said, "Did you hear about the restaurant on the moon? Great food, no atmosphere." There you go. I like it. Biller said, "There, Ace." Liverpool are not doing so well right now in football. In my country, we all cheer for, I don't know how to pronounce that word either. Business said, John says, "When did you last eat Cocoa Krispies?" I think over the weekend I ate a couple bowls for breakfast. Mike said, "No politics." Hugh said, "Hello, Randy." Hello, Hugh. Hope you're doing well. Jane says, "All the people in here and only 19 likes." Is that all I got? Come on, everybody. Y'all hit the like button for me. Please. Please. Big Carlos said, "What's up, Mike?" Yeah, well, I'm showing 21, so let's see. Hugh said, "Hello, Mike." Tinker says, Naughty 33. No, they said that about every American president. Mike said, "Hugh." Hugh said, "Jane." Hugh said, "Tinker." Daryl said, "Hugh." Hugh said, "Hello, Wookie." Jane said, "Hi, Hugh." Hugh said, "Hello, Jordan." Wookie said, "Liked." Thank you. Hugh said, "Hello, Adam." Jesus said, "Hey, Grandpa." Hello, Jesus. Francis says, "I am a real American." Thank you. Carlos, "What's up, Hugh?" Guys, please like, subscribe, share this stream. Yes, please. I'm gonna get behind again, but at least I gotta have something to drink. All right, let's see. Adams is waving again. He says, "Hello, big boys." Tinker said it was too cold for me to be out in the garage tonight. Almost done polishing up the intake manifold, though. Cool. Can't wait to see it. King says, "I'm Trump." Hugh said, "Hello." I don't know how to pronounce that one, but anyway, 10. Let's see. Function says, beer. No, Pepsi. Hugh said, "Ooh, I hear a Pepsi." That is summons Maria for sure. She hears that lid pop. Hugh said, "Lol." Carlos said, "Hugh, I sent Grandma an email. Did you not get it yet?" "Hi, Grandpa Vic. Thanks for greeting me." Daryl said, "If you haven't subscribed, please do. He's trying to hit 3,000. I bet we can do this on this live. If it goes good, we should be able to. And people are coming in and doing great. I've been busy, that's for sure. But most of the people is already in here, so I don't know. We'll see how it goes." Wookie says, "What do I call you as reference to you? Call you Pops as you are only slightly older than me. You call me Pops or Randy. It doesn't matter. I answer to all. I don't care. The age doesn't bother me whatsoever. I'm called many different things. Some of them's not even good." You said, "Did you send it to her me or her?" Barry said, "I'm drinking coffee. Oh, I need to, as cold as it is." Ash said, "Sup? Hello, Ash." King says, "If we get to 3,000, can you do a Christmas special live?" I don't know how to do that, but it would be cool. I don't know exactly what I would do, but I don't mind doing something for it if we do. Carlos says, "I sent it to Grandma Hugh." Keevan says, "Hello, everyone. 09565. Champion says, lend me 5,000. Give me 10, I'll give you 5. Ash says, for the new mods, I'm the troll, but I don't make any angry." See, 0965 watching from Africa, Kenya. Awesome. Tinker says, "I'm on my last cup of coffee for the day. If I had another one, I would just spill most of it." There you go. Jeffrey said, "Lester to Molester." Hello, Jeffrey. Jane says, "Wookie, I'm a lot older than Pops, and I still call him Pops." That's right, Jane. 777 says, "Hi, how are you, my old friend?" "I'm doing well. Hope you are." Hugh says, "I don't have anything." I think he said he sent it to Grandma. Mike says, "Hi, Kevo." Daryl said, "Just don't call him late for dinner or burnouts." Amen. That's right, Daryl. Hell, you can don't worry about the dinner. Just call me early for the burnouts. 10 says, "Help, brother Kevo. I'm from Tanzania. Damn it. I will get it. I swear I will." Jason said, Are you doing, God bless you, still doing okay, sir? I live in Ohio." And I said, "You live in Ohio." I do not live in Ohio. I live in North Carolina. Several people in here do live in Ohio. I said, "Space unicorns." Hugh says, "I'll ask her when I punch out." Mattis said, "Hey, Hugh, 0965 said, I'm ready to make friendship with anyone willing." Well, we're friendly here. Hugh says, "Hello, Madison," and "Hello, Kenya." Carlos says, "Check your spam mail, Hugh. Maybe it went there." Di says, "Hello from Argentina." Awesome. Hello. I'm sorry I don't have time to write it all down here, but if you'll stay in the live and one of the kids get up here, we will get a pin in the world map for you. Is Kendra marked on the map? Yes, several times. I think we got a couple people from there. We love our neighbors. Kenya, we did 10. We have put it up there. Several of them. I think they've been in here before. Ash says, "I think Grand is the biggest fan here." Adams is waving. Squishy says, hi from Romania. Hello from Romania. Epstein says, you play any video games? I don't. The kids do, but I do not do it. Kev says, Tunisia. I liked it my way better, but I will get it right. King says, I threw a jab, then a hook, and then went for a boot. Kenya love giraffes and rhinos. James said, Jason Hill, I'm from Ohio. Kev says, we good neighbors, but your mama is somehow. James says, 0965. Reaper says, meow. Hello, Reaper. Linux from about Bangladesh. I've said that name before. Kibo, are you serious? Said 10. Jason said, God bless you so much, Kevin. Arm Amy or anything like, God bless you. I'm praying for you so much. Thank you. We appreciate the prayers. Di said, love from frame. Love the frame with the eagle up there. Thank you very much. It gets a lot of attention. Ash says, Jane, I'm having batteries for dinner. There we go again. You said, I haven't played any video games in a long while. Jane says, hi, Kevo. OG says, Hillbilly number 1. That's right. See, there's another name. I'll answer to anything. Kibo says, yes, Samara, it's not a good leader. Sama. Hugh said, hello, Reaper. Kevo says, how are you, Jane? Baby says, hello. Are you a gay? No, I'm not. I don't know why y'all ask them crazy ass questions. But Hugh says, hello, OG. Reaper says, Annabelle says, hello. Hello, Annabelle. No, I don't want to be your gay dad, baby. Thanks for the message, though. If you don't mind, hit the like button. Ash says, sleep token. Link says, oh, you don't know my country. Ash says, Annabelle. OG says, Hugh. Jane, isn't Givo a bit disrespectful to me? Scroll up and mention my. Say, I didn't understand that, but don't take it. Just let it go. Hugh says, hello, Annabelle. Ash says, I have a friend named Annabelle. Citizen says, this man does not like pineapples. I do not. Carlos said, what's up? Whoop, whoop. King says, Zen and a beer. What do you think? Try not to. Men says, a good old American, thank God. That's right. OG says, BBT. Baby says, Baby is trying to come out the closet there. So y'all give him a hand there and tell him to help himself. James says, ignore him. Daryl's come in with more Mac. Hit smash the like button and subscribe, or a cockroach will make your nostrils his home when he lays down tonight. Hugh says, I don't have anything, Carlo. Ben said, I dropped a like, brother. Thank you very much. I do appreciate it. Tinker says, in the 90s, half of Ohio migrated to Florida. Some of them made journeys, gave up halfway, and ended up in North Carolina. Adams is waving again. James said, Tanzania, we have a lot of trolls. Blast, there's a word I see. I love the high visibility shirt on you, bro. Oshkosh 30 all the way. That's right. High vis. Thank you. A lot of people thinks it's green. Reaper says I'm taking Annabelle out for dinner tonight, and then we're going shopping again. All right. Zens are new in my village outlets. People are always on Zens out on fishing, including myself. Today was a very hot day and busy. I wish it was warm here. I'd like to have some of that. If you want to ship anything, ship some of that heat in a damn box. I'd like to have it. Ash says, I'm one of the trolls. Jane says, hi, Reaper and Annabelle. Reaper, did you crash it yet? Ash says, trolls. Well, see, now I can deal with trolls like Ash. They pretty funny. They come in and they don't do that stupid stuff. I do appreciate Ash, the way they troll. King said, condoms be breaking these days. Yes, I know. I didn't read it last time, but you're exactly right. King says, hi. Kevo says, I didn't mean that far, guys. Carlos said, that's strange. I sent it to the email that Grandma gave me. Ash says, loses brain cells cutely. Snare says, favorite album? Don't really have one. Ash has got stars. She said, it's because I've had a lot of courses, even in our country, we still complain about it. Okay. Reaper says, not yet, Jane, because Annabelle's driving. Bacon said, hey, 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 hey. Bacon said, hey, again, and wave. You speak, it's Sahil, Kevo. I don't know why I say key is K. Carlos says, you see the war breaking out in Sudan? Bacon said, weapon. Kevo says, but I'm sorry. If said W. Adams is waving. Daryl says, no politics. Bacon says, you like hammer or sword? Don't care. I use the hammer more than I would a sword, that's for sure. Kevo said, bad. Bacon said, hammer or sword? I just said that. Well, I told you I'm slow. Ash said, sword. Bacon smiled. Kevo said, yes. 10. King says, 9 milk cold 11 for the wife as a birthday present. Cool. Bacon says, but pole hammer? Question mark. Yeah, I use them all, man. Big hammer, little hammer. It don't matter to me. Yes, big boys, but please don't open any wounds right now. Why I enjoy here is due to positive energy. That's what we're trying to shoot for here. Daryl said, nice present, God. Ash said, yummy, tasty, delicious, drywall. Carlos said, no problem. Kiva says, I'm here to make friends and support the stream. Well, thank you, because we do. You got a lot of good people here, and we could use the support. Bacon said, okay, if you was a knight in the armor and you used a shield and one-hand weapon, or will you use two-hand weapon? I won't hold the shield and would use one hand. And thanks, big boys. Ash says, I love drywall. Sponger says, I'd use a spear. Nickel Pony said, hey, Pops, 1 down, 4 to go in North Carolina bound. All right, awesome. Ramley says, they are your local. Amen. Let's see. Daryl said 69. Okay. Carlos said, be right back. Going to get me some coffee. Daryl says, Ash, I love licorice reducer. Lacquer reducer. Oh, I got it now. Sorry. He said, hello, Nickel. Tinker said, shield for the teamwork. Two-handed is suicide. Bacon said, yeah, spears are annoying. Ash said, I would use Jolly Ranchers. I pull my gun out. I ain't going to hand-to-hand combat. The hell with all that. Kivo says, anyone to be friends here? We all want to be friends. Randomly said, please don't eat my family. We don't plan on it. Nickel Pony said, $8 grand. King says, might buy your shop if I go up for sale. If it's up for sale, I doubt it'd go up for sale. 245. Same time for Kivo. Bacon said probably better way to go is sword and shield. Thank you guys. Yes, sure. For our foreigners welcome here. Everybody's welcome here. We do not distinguish between people. We are all human. King says, to me, love is suicidal. Hugh says, all 8 welcome. All are welcome. Bacon said, there is no guns, there is crossbows. Well, I'm going to carry my gun, but I'll take a crossbow, though. I've always wanted one of them. Daryl said, who's so cod? I don't know. Let's see. Hugh says, as long as everyone is polite, there you go. White Rabbit said, what's your favorite firearm? One that's loaded. Ash said, yummy, explosive. Bacon said, crossbow. Nickel Pony said, weather looking nice for the weekend and next week up there, Pops. I know this week, going into the weekend, it's supposed to be cold. I don't watch the weather, so I don't know. I just know this week's going to be real cold. Y'all get it?
No.
Something wrong? Let's see. Judas says, looking forward to moving to the U.S. and the EU sucks. Best regards from Germany. Tinker says, Bacon V2T crossbows are slower than the longbows in practice. James said, Ash, not explosive. Expensive. Explosive. I don't know. Ash says, boom. James said, hi, Nickel. Kevo's waving at Jane. Paul says, hey, brother, good to see you. Good to see you, too. White Rabbit says, my favorite is the M4 Real Classic. Ash says, I died. James said, welcome, Germany.
That kit is not for an all-wheel drive farm.
Daryl says, be right back, going to go smoke. Hugh says, it was supposed to snow here today, but you know how that goes.
You lucky son of a gun, it snowed all damn day in Curtisville and Winston.
King buying a 320D M3. Nickel Pony says, hey, Miss Jane. Hugh said, hello, Lotus. Lotus said, this is a cool place to hang out. Bacon says, damn, there is a long bow too, but I mean swords, shields, days.
Sword and shield like Pokemon?
Okay. Lotus said, what's up, Hugh? Hello, Lotus. Kivo says, Nick. Bacon said, there is no canoe. See, Ash says, rest in peace, Ash. Carlos says, I'm back, y'all. Traveling. Hello. Carlos says, what's up, Lotus? It's the big boys. Hugh says, have an awesome night to everyone. Time clock calling. See you, Hugh. Thanks for stopping in.
Bye, Hugh.
Loving says, my bro, why is there a tub of peanut butter behind you? Because I use it on my crackers in the morning. It's my snack. Always good night, people, and done today. Always good night, people. I'm done today. All right, see you later. Have a good one. Lotus said, is that a 30-year-old Randall? Yep, that's him.
No, 29.
I said, creamy peanut butter. Madison, bye, you said, Lowell, that bites. Hello, Scoots.
Hello.
James said, hi, Lotus. Don't leave the door open. It's cold. What are you doing?
I'm gonna go get something to drink.
I'll take him out.
While you drink my damn drink.
Darn right.
I'll take a Dr. Pepper.
Damn, why? What the freak? Swear.
You taking an issue back?
Yeah. Lotus said 30-year-old Randall. Mattis said bye, Hugh. Hugh saying about Scoots. James said hello. 7 says, where are you from? UK. I'm United States. Denton, North Carolina. King said, be right back, going to get condoms. Lotus said, hi, Jane. Ash says, Brit, UK. Bacon says, like Roman people with swords. Kiva says, bye, Hugh. Lotus said, Daryl. Bacon says, what's up? No gunpowder. 1351. What up, my men? I am from
Malaysia.
Malaysia. Put a pin in there, please. We'll put a pin in for Malaysia. Thank you.
Malaysia and Asia.
Is Malaysia in Asia? Jane said, take care of you. Daryl said, Lotus. Lotus said, what's up, Carlo?
It is an Asia.
I've got a Roman sword. See ya, Hugh, said Daryl. Carlos said Kendra. Chicken said, what's up, man? God bless. Bacon said, hell yeah. Peanut butter crackers, they are a thing I have in my country. Bigsby says, hi. Kevin says, I love big boys. Ash says, come back to life. I think somebody's playing a game or something. I don't understand the game. See, God bless. Try honey peanut butter. Does the door, bro? Lotus said he rubs the peanut butter on his head when he sleeps. And Tinker says, Bacon, you be blunt if it takes a case. I would go to the plains cross performance of a firearm. Fight, said 7. Nickel Pony said, damn kids. Randy, you've changed with me. You're not excited to before when I see name shows. I didn't get a chance to talk to you about it. It's been a crazy life. I'm behind. Yes, you got under my skin, but we will be okay. I will learn your name so I can say it right. Ash says, Skullface. Septro says, hi. Otis says, 30. Ash says, are you, what does M-A-H say? M-A-H. M-Y says my too. That's one less letter. How are you, my big man? I mean,
I don't know what that means.
Kevo says, you go. Ash says,
That'll be a good time to push.
you are going. Kevin said, put finish. Ash, oh, damn, what is this? Joking said, we eat dogs. Oof. Dumb and Dumber. Those I have and the Nitro Sword, both very sharp.
It's a weird way to be.
Stinger says, hey, Randy, I have been waiting months to tell you this. Walk it off. I said,
I will,
Tinker.
Stephen, thank you.
Carlos says, Lotus, if I send you a pic of sofa, can you can you forward it to Grandma's as I tried to email, but she didn't get it. Lotus said, so very dusty. Flame says, who's on top, who's on bottom? I thought who was on first. Jay said, hello, horse eggs. Seven's got a strong flag. Bang says, your handsome kid that came. Thank you. Yep, he's here.
Thank you.
Lotus says, you have a short so I can send her that.
Tangia, guys, hello. Says Kev. King
says, I'm not reading this crap if y'all are, I think y'all are fucking with me. Seven's got strong arms, Russian send 3 for years, forget. Ash says, yummy, tastes delicious. Jay says, hello from Botswana.
Yeah. I'll put a pin in Botswana.
There you go. Team Use the
right
bottom.
South Africa.
Ryan says, my collar blue, my neck is red.
I prefer
says, what do you...
There we go. Got one in Botswana now.
Carlos said, R3, sup?
Hello, Carlo.
Ash said, Vessel once said, you cry as much as you need to. Be safe out there. A message to fans which may found comfort. Nader said, what is your work? I work for the railroad as a track inspector. Here at the shop, we do live things on YouTube. We do burnouts. We put a video out every day. We go live every day at 6.
And I dabble in exhaust work.
Yeah, Joe said myself. 7 said, is this freak off? If you want to be freak off. 6317 said, much love from the Netherlands, guys. Now I'll get to work. Ha! I done my job for the day.
Oh, Netherlands.
Ash says, yummy, my God. And then he says, see you, Randy, see you. I never told you it was pronounced bad from you. Yet yesterday, guy who 99 never joined before made fun of you and you understood.
We're not doing this. Yesterday's in the past. Leave it there.
Ash says, Eats Mega. King says, did you stream multiple times a day? Sometimes, but we go once, at least once every day. Monday through Thursday, I'm only do it once a day because I work a full-time job.
Where's the nose?
I have no idea.
Help me.
I can look it up. You want me to?
Yeah. Well, I'm not finding it.
From Portugal. That's important.
Jay said, Bora, 7 says, hello. Jane said, I said stop. Carlos said, answer my question, Lotus, please. Ash
Lotus asked
says,
if you have a
wrong.
short.
What?
Lotus asked if Carlo has a short.
Oh, I would have never found that.
He asked if you have a short of something.
Lotus says, on the phone, give me a minute. Neverlands is on top of Germany.
I got it. Justin looked it up.
Tanzania knew it.
Tanzania.
Tanzania. That's what I said.
Keep it up. Thank you.
Looked it up online.
777 said, hey. Jay said, 7 says, chat, 100 likes. We're on 42. That's good. Sam said, where is this in Germany? No, United States. Jane said, hit the like, peeps. 777 said, they're American. Ash says, eyes wide open. Ash said, eats.
You see that TikTok I sent you? There's edit solo on
Kev says,
Tanzania.
all right, let's see. Let's see. Ash said eats. Richard said, what you guys do for a living? I work for the railroad. I'm a track inspector. Randy that owns the building works for the railroad. He conducts or drives the train, and Justin does whatever we need. King said hi. Carlos says, no problem, Lotus. Ash says apples. Lotus says, Carlo, I can send her that pic or the short you have on YouTube. 777, so y'all in Tennessee. We are in North Carolina. Denton, North Carolina. King says 1, 2, 3. I own MW. They are in North Carolina, United States. Carlos said, I'll send you a more recent pic. And I together, Lotus.
OOG said they're near us in Virginia. Well, look at this. You're going to get a pin in Virginia.
You know, if I go there.
And it's going to be not green because the country of the U.S. right now is green. So you're going to get a purple pin.
If I go up to Virginia, would you spot me $20 for the casino?
No.
Seven said, I spend my parents' money, my living. King says, gives your number. Husband says, show us your butthole. Let me see. If I can see your picture, that's the picture I'll show you. Lotus said, okay, send away. 777. Y'all, have y'all had dinner? Nope. Carlos said, thanks, Lotus. Which number? Olivia said, loser. Nick said, oh, bald one. Oh, hell. Ranger said, hello. Ash says, I have Jolly Rancher for dinner. 777 says, eat something. It's 7 o'clock. Carol says, I'm back. Y'all hit the like button or a pit viper will crawl up your butt when you go to the toilet. 777 says, stay hydrated. King said, your number, please. Your phone number. Sheila says, hello from Moscow. She's never been in here. Y'all put one in for Moscow, please.
Moscow,
We will put in, I think we put in somebody, but this is somebody different. I don't
I've
remember the
never
name.
seen the picture before, but we've had a few from Moscow.
See, Daryl said, how's the dizzy spells, Randy? They're getting a lot better. I've only had a couple in the last few
It was
days.
real
I think
dizzy.
the medicine's helping.
He was real dizzy yesterday trying to show y'all the phone from the phone.
9191 says, hi. 777 said, people on here be crazy. Tall says, oh, son of one who said that God. 7 says, what did you do for work?
What do you do for work?
Do y'all, are you listening or you just seeing how many times I can say it? I mean, I'm just curious. Do y'all like hearing what or do y'all stuck on asking the same questions? I'm confused.
$4.99 a month.
Totally, I'm confused. Daryl says Tanya said to drink some Gatorade to help with them. All right, thank you. Olivia said, "Whoops." King says, "What is there something on my nose?"
I don't know who did it. I don't know.
Why?
King said, "No, out. No one cares." Let's see.
I've not even seen that one.
It's sometimes the chat.
I don't understand why I'm not seeing stuff. I'm on-
777. He said, "I like 50 times he works for the railroad. He probably just joined." Well, I think that's the same person who's asking. I could be wrong. That's the reason I was asking. Let's see. 7 said, "It's my first time on your live." What? Because see, if that's the case, then somebody else here has their last number of 7. Because I've been calling it 7. So I apologize. But like I said, that means there's somebody else there with a 7K on the last of their name. Daryl said, "Olivia." I think I've said Olivia. I'm not for sure. I don't remember it. If I didn't, hello, Olivia. Loder said, "Olivia, so what's up?" Richard said, "There's a lot of hunting out there where you guys are from." Yes, a lot of people hunt. Ash says, "Yummy metal." Adams is waving. Olivia said, "What's up, Lotus?" JB says, "Do you enjoy cocaine?" Don't know. Never tried it. Y'all might better be careful. There's a lot of trolls in here. I know a lot of people don't like trolls. They like real quiet and lives and everything. So
Hey, I bet
there's a
you
lot
guys
of
sleep
trolls
good at
out here
night.
tonight. So y'all be careful. 777 said, "Watch out behind you." Daryl said, "Olivia ignored me and went right to Lotus. But you better not ignore her." King says, "Way to sleep, going to sleep, sick as crap." Tinker said, "Richard, lots of hunting around here. Need more damn deer. Keep eating my fruit trees." Then he said, "Why is it always angry, or is this his accent?"
It's how he reads.
Yeah, it's
Is King says, "Danesia, send King your phone number. You want to talk to somebody, he's wanting your phone number. Y'all talk." JB says, "They love cocaine. Cocaine Bear."
OOG.
7.
Ooga Booga. That's their name. Ooga Booga.
Ooga booga. Ooh, I like that better than I do 777.
Ooga Booga.
How much is a gallon of gas there?
$2.74 American.
If it's regular, just as low octane as, what'd you say?
277.
277. If it's high octane, it's $4.
And diesel's 377.
Carlos says, "I'm back, y'all." Daryl said, "Right." President says, let's see, 5. So what do you think about your president? Lotus said, "Sent Carlo." 11 said, "Hi."
That's Nita.
Let's see there. Let's see. You should trolls make you famous these days, Unc? You should know. Well, I'll tell you that since I've not been deleting them as much, they've been doing better in numbers, but
last
they get
night-
aggravating.
Last night something crazy happened.
11 says, "I'm from Iran." All
I'll
right.
put the pin in for you right now.
There you go. Ralph says, "Great, China." Lotus says, "I'm her favorite, Daryl." Lotus said, "Thanks, Lotus. You're a champion." 2025 says 7. 7K. Daryl said, "No politics." Jane said gas was $2.36.
Jane, you didn't keep your dang snow. It snowed all day, Jane. I got a problem now. I hate the snow.
And he just says, "Yes, but only WhatsApp. I don't have Sims card credit." MM said, "Nothing but soft hands in the room. That's because we wear gloves." King says, "Okay, Quirk." Richard said, "Thank you for responding, boys. My name is Richard, and I'm from Iowa.
Iowa. Come on, we're going to have to work on your English.
Listen, I put up enough for this on these live. I ain't putting up for my youngin'. Now, I'm not listening to shit here, too. Exactly. Be respectful.
Kiss my ass.
Ooga Booga says, "Will you marry me?" Man, it's against law to have married twice.
Thank God.
Daryl sent 100 for 2 jewels. Jane said, "Hi, Richard." 7K said, "Chat 100 likes." We're on 42. We won't. Let's see.
Madison said, keep the snow coming.
No.
Madison?
I gotta drive some places, man.
Here, you read a minute.
Y'all done pissed him off. Dadgummit.
Let's see here.
No, I'm gonna let you start reading and start hollering.
Okay.
Hell yeah, brother!
Tinker said, at MM-6V6CQ, I ain't got soft hands, but have been deep fried. Both have been deep fried. Ooh, that sounds delicious. Madison said, he will be fine. Jane said, I'll bet Maddie was loving that snow. Yeah, her and Addie both were.
Thank you. Half off the
Lotus
screen.
said, I got a snow blower, so it will not snow here anymore. Nope. Daryl said, we have more coming tomorrow. Bump that. Supposed to be 19 here. Olivia said, sorry, Mac, I'm slightly busy. D9 said, ooh, yeah. Okay. Lotus said, crash. Daniel said, happy Monday. Hey, everyone. Hello, Daniel. Happy Monday. Hope you've had a wonderful day. Tanzia said, hi, Jane. In Tanzia, it snows only on mountains, and it is very, very rare. Lotus said, bar, 30 ago. Carlos said, she'll be able to contact me now, Lotus, as my email will be in the message right. Let's see. Jane said, boys, respect your dad.
Boys, where did we go? Now listen here.
You're still a boy?
We'll see, Jane. W7K said 46. Splooger said, your son looks better. Splooger, I have been walking. Today makes 4 weeks ago. I stood for the first time in
I thought he meant
3
look
months.
better than me.
But I do look better. Ooga Booga said Costco or Sam's Club. I like Sam's Club, but if you got to buy bulk, Costco. Daryl said like and subscribe, y'all. Like and subscribe. Daryl, Madison said, then learn to drive in the snow. I drove you all day in that snow.
And bitch the whole time.
I did bitch the entire time. Daryl said, let's get them past 3,000. We're right there at it. I think we needed 12 today.
13, one
No,
died
we
off,
went-
but I
we
believe one
went up.
come back up.
I made my therapist subscribe. We're at $29.95.
I'm 5 away.
We are
Where you
5 away from 3,000 subscribers. Can you be number 3,000? Jane said, "Pop, start messing with his head."
No shit.
No, I still have a
Wait,
wound
I'm gonna
there.
go wash my hands.
Don't you dare! Don't you dare! Olivia said, "Last I checked, it ain't against the law to marry multiple. It's just frowned upon. It's against the law.
It is against the law.
It's against the law for me."
It's against the law to have 2 wives. Here,
Well, nothing says about a wife and a man.
Yeah, we all try.
married's married.
How is he still typing? He must have a bunch.
Jesus Christ. Let's see here. Connor said hi. Hello,
Yeah,
Connor.
it's a bunch of accounts.
Olivia said, is Pops okay? Yes, it's just I was yelling in the background. Tinker said, I think here they just call for snow and sell more milk, eggs, and bread. You know,
Right,
eggs
Daryl.
have went down a lot. Lilac said this. This what? Daryl said, it's illegal, Ghosty. Jane said, Cure, we had 10 centimeters of snow the other day. Are you sure it wasn't 8 inches? Carlo said, it is now, Carlo. VMCGDHMK. I see what somebody was trying to do.
This is getting annoying.
Tanzia said, where is
Well,
Randy?
It
He's
messes
over
it
there.
up if you delete it.
It does, but I see what he's trying to do. Yeah,
He
so
has
that's why
like
he's deleted.
17 accounts on
Oh my God.
here. Yeah.
Well, that'd be 17 likes if the jackass would.
Oh, he's just. sending
Olivia
me
said,
stuff.
Joseph, you ain't a boy, you're a baby. He's a big back. Carlo said, thanks, Lotus. Olivia said, Lotus, delete the message. Jesus Christ.
This is my bad.
Wow.
Oh,
This motherfucker needs to get a goddamn life.
I think we got it.
W7K said G. Yeah, Lotus, they're being deleted, but I can't keep up anymore.
Yeah.
Madison said, and you did just fine, LOL. Tanzia said, wow, 10 centimeters. Never seen snow myself. My village is by the beach observing the Indian Ocean. Is it getting any better?
Oh yeah, he's out of it.
Lotus said, my bad. Lotus, you're fine on my end. Cod King says, bye. I'm away to bed, sick, be on tomorrow. All right, see you tomorrow. W7K said, chat, 100 likes, 48. Matt said, it's the same person with different account. Yeah, they look like they probably sniffed their grandma's ass crack with their head so far up their own ass it doesn't stink anymore. Fucking idiots. Carlos said, and I quote, racist bastard. Yep. Jane said, Randy, watch your language. Jane, I don't have subtitles, and if I did, they'd be backwards. Olivia said, you good. Mike said, guys, I'm calling it a night, cold and sleepy. Mike, have a great night, buddy. Thanks for stopping in. Sorry your package didn't make it tonight. Hopefully it'll be there by the end of the week. Madison retracted her message. Lotus said, good night, Lone. Jane said, take care, Mike. Daryl said, see you, Mike. Jane said, Randall. Madison said, bye, Mike. Last living gamer, please shout out. I cannot pronounce that, but shout out to that. To Raisin. Olivia said, night, Mike. Tanzia said, why the vulgar language? Because I'm tired of stupidity. I have an extremely low tolerance for stupidity. Chris at CSX757-12 said, hi. Hello, Chris. How you doing? Did you avoid as much snow as you could? Hopefully no recent derailments. Lotus said 30. Nobody asked you, Lotus. Justin sent a happy poop for 10 jewels.
Yeah, I'm at a Jules now.
Tony said, where is your dad? He just walked out. He might be getting some more drink, might be using the potty, not sure why. Lotus said 31 in 6 months. No.
30 in 6 months.
It's 30 in 6 months. Carlos said, good night, Mike.
Yeah, you can't be 30 just
Nemesis
yet. That
is
means I'll be
9, 32 is 97. You look like you moan when you wipe.
40. How would you know?
How would you know? You want me to send you a video? It's $4.99 a month on OnlyFans. Jane said, Court, someone was trying to mess with this channel. Yes, they were. Carlos said, hello, beautiful Olivia. W7K said 50 like chat. John Salisbury 3768. Critical thinking is woke. If that's what makes you feel better, my friend. Olivia said, because Court, we are adults and we do as we want. W7K said, and I am out. If you're gone, you have a good night. Thank you for coming in. Libby said, hey, Carla. Chris said, well, about that. Man, I hope you didn't derail. If you didn't know, I've been out of work for 3 months. Jane said, hey, Chris. Lotus said, yes, 31 in 6 months. Carlos said, BRB, coffee. He'll have to poop in about 30 minutes. Court said, ghosties. Last week you said something bad to me when I were drinking beer.
Yeah,
Leave it in the past, dude. I mean, we're leaving in the past what happened last night. Let's leave it in the past to what happened last week. Rowdy TM said 42. Tinker said, hey, Randy, finally set up for aluminum sand casting. Mike could make the next EGR block-off plate a bit fancier this time. Well, dude, that one that you made for that LT motor is working phenomenally. If y'all remember yesterday on the Sunday Breakfast Live, Fireball wouldn't start. Would you like to guess why she wouldn't start? She ain't got no gas in it. So I put about a half a gallon of gas, started right up. Olivia said, and my opinion still has not changed. Madison said, can you bring me coffee home? You better remind me. Lotus said, Olivia.
Made or unmade?
I don't have a coffee pot, so it might want to be made.
Well, that's not your problem right now.
Yeah, and I don't have any creamer. Let's see here. Lotus said, Olivia does that, Court. Olivia's Olivia. Olivia said, so sick it. Nemesis said something that got deleted.
Well, y'all trolls, please quit.
Yep, and was
because
timed
people
out.
do not like the trolls.
W7K said, yeah, 50, ... Lotus said, how the streets, stress level over there, Randall? Not really that bad, man. I'm just kind of an idiot. No, well, you might be far behind. Chris had 3 derailments. Damn, man. John Salisbury said, woke leftists are trying to improve the drinking water standards. Crazy MFers, unbelievable.
What?
Why are people crazy for wanting to improve things? But hey, whatever makes you feel better there, Salisbury steak. Jay Slater said, glad to be gay. Man, if you're happy, that's awesome.
He's coming out of the closet, everybody. Everybody
Well,
give him a
whatever
round
he
of
was saying got
applause for
deleted
coming
again.
out of the closet.
Just you didn't have to delete it, but that's fine. Yeah, so to hell with it. Freedom said, "Good evening, good evening, Freedom." Lotus said, "That's funny." Called it on the no gas. Well, if you were sitting there smelling it, by God, it smelled like it was dumping gas in it, but I guess it wasn't.
You might have been doing
But
it.
I was talking to Justin in the briefing we just did. We've not put gas in that thing since April, and that was just a few gallons at the Freedom Factory, and it hadn't had a full tank of gas in it since January.
I don't know. I just know you could smell gas like
Yeah,
it was flooded.
but I put a little bit of gas in it and it fired right up. So, I mean, I don't know. Might want to put some gas in it next time we get a chance. Jane said, "Hi, Freedom." Daryl said, "Freedom." KMC MK said, "Hi." Hello, KMC. If you have something you want me to call you different, let me know. DS Gunther. Brother, the person I loved did not want me and went to someone else. If he came back, would you accept him if it were you? Turkey, answer yes or no. It's up to you. You can lead a horse to water, but you can't make it drink. Just remember that. Lotus, it sounds like something a 30-year-old would say. I'm closer to 30 than I am 20. KMC said, "Hey." Freedom said, "Good evening, Metal. God bless." Olivia said, "It's called freedom of speech, Quirt, and I'll speak the truth straight up to anyone as Lotus and Randy." Well, freedom of speech doesn't mean sometimes you might not need to speak it. I'm still working on that. Sergi said, "Zelensky, pay for it."
But remember, freedom of speech goes both ways.
It does. Now, he might not be in a country that allows freedom of speech, but he is in our live. Freedom of speech goes both ways. So if you don't want them upset, don't be upset if I say something to offend you. KMC said, "Mr. Cool." All right, I'll call you Mr. Cool. Rwanda forever. Avoid hamburgers, fatty. The hell with you! I like hamburgers. And joke's on you, I eat cheeseburgers. Tinker said, "As cheap as gas is here now, I got surprised last month when someone drained every tank in my yard in the middle of the night." You know, they drained out the XP one time. I wonder if somebody did that to the damn Camaro. Because it's not been inside the entire time. There ain't no telling. Lotus said, "Yeah, the left want to improve it by stealing all the money from it." BBF, Doker. Doker. "Tell me, American." Well, what you want me to tell you? Lotus said, "I just figured, never heard of you putting gas in them and burning a few sets of tires off it." Well, it holds like 20 gallons in it. So, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if it ran out. I wouldn't have been surprised if somebody
Well,
siphoned
every
it.
time we went to
Caraway.
Caraway, we'd always put full tank.
Yeah, and we hadn't been to Caraway since like January.
But I mean, I ain't being funny, but it's several months it's sat there with nothing
Yeah,
on
so it wouldn't surprise me if somebody siphoned something.
But I mean, again,
Sergi said, "What is he talking about?" One of our burnout cars out here wouldn't start yesterday, and I put a little bit of gas in it, and it started tonight. John Salisbury said, "Just messing. We need clean water." Okay. I mean, I agree. Let's see here. Freedom said, "God answered prayers today for our farmers. Amen." I'm glad that prayers were answered. John Salisbury said, "Just messing. We need clean water." Jane said, "Lotus, no politics. You left-leaning idiot." Let's see here. Mr. Cool said, "How is being?" Mr. Cool, I'm good. I hope you're good. Hope you've had a wonderful day. Olivia said, "Lotus, I know what's wrong with it. It ain't got no gas in it." Daryl said, "Lewis, don't spam." Yeah, please. That messes me up, messes Dad up, messes all of us up. And if it ain't up, it's down. Lotus said, "Right." Daryl said, "Chili cheeseburger." Careful, chili's a sensitive subject. What's his name? Chester got mad at me because I made chili on Saturday and I didn't bring him any leftovers. We didn't have any. John Salisbury said, "Hamburgers are better than eating plants." I agree with that. Carlos back. Back again. Carlos back. Tell a friend. Welcome back. Olivia said, "That's going to put that in the quote book of Randy." Go for it. Lotus said, "Olivia, did you get me a bigger turbo and some 1000cc injectors?" Olivia said, "Nope, you're still tiny turbo." Lotus said, "No way that Camaro holds 20 gallons, maybe 13. Well, we've filled them up several times. They hold 18.9 gallons. So I rounded up to 20. So, not 13, my friend. Daryl said, "Randy, the burnout car is changing again." Uh-oh.
Who said that?
You hear that?
Yep.
Rot-row, Raggy.
Who said that?
Daryl.
Who?
Carlos said, "Don't forget a bigger fuel pump, Lotus." Yeah, you doing those things, you might want a bigger fuel pump, friend. Tinker said, at Lotus, I have ended up with 2 new turbos to pick for my car. There you go. Lotus said, come on. Mr. Cool said, a man, you, my man. My man. Rising Scar, not Star, Scar. Shout out to my friend who lost his arm in battle of Stub My Toe. Man, if you lost an arm and stubbing your toe, damn, you screwed up. Lotus said, sweet, Tinker. Mr. Cool said, you too. Lotus said, twin Turbskis. Olivia said, I don't remember being nice today. I'm not. Tinker said, I got 300 to 400 horsepower and a 400 to 600 horsepower Rev 9. Cool. Daryl said, Tanya made fire you up chili. Well, that sounds warm. Good evening, everyone, said Dennis the Menace. Well, hello, Dennis.
Hello, Dennis.
How you doing tonight, buddy? Hunker Doodles. Man, I about read that as a hooker doodle. But I'm glad I read that right. Hunker said, favorite job. The one I get paid for, I don't have to work. Let's see. Daryl said, Twisted. Jane said, hey, Dennis. Billy Bob, my name is Randy. No, your name is Billy Bob 7. Thornton. Lotus said, holy crap, that's a lot of gas. I guess to feed those V8s. Remember, the V8s and American cars, not them dang Hyundais, they hold a lot of petrol. Mr. Cool said, you're the best with the #1 golden medal. Thank you. I ain't as good as I once was. Olivia said, that's not 20, that's 18.9, Randolph. Rounding. Lotus said, it has a Marlboro in it.
I'm cute, but it's
In or out, young and damn it. I ain't heat that there.
Well, you
Shut
want
the
me to stay here
door.
too? I don't know if that's a smart idea. For
No.
you.
Daddy might beat you. Daryl said, Dad's talking about building a burnout golf cart. Whew, that sounds dangerous, but fun. Dennis said, Jane, Lotus, Daryl. Justin said, look at the woman looking too far into details. Justin, you don't start something that won't be nothing. Well, Dad has corrected me. Lotus and I both were wrong, and I know, Lotus was wrong. Mark this day, December the 8th, 2025. It is 15 gallons.
0.5.
15.5 gallons. So, yeah, either somebody siphoned some or, man. Let's see, your dentist had been long, very busy Monday for me, so I got to stay all out of trouble. I'm watching you, dentist. Don't you get in no trouble. It's my job. Lotus said, my little four-banger don't need 18.9 gallons. My little Scion only held like 12. Halo said, free Palestine and free world. I don't have either of them locked
Freedom,
up.
I told y'all I had freedom this morning, and they said it was too damn cold. He went right
Yeah, they
back
come
down
back.
in the basement.
Yeah. They said, you can eat me next week. Olivia said, ew, you called it petrol. What are you, a tea drinker, Randy? I like sweet tea. Lotus said, I really just need bigger injectors. I can get 20 PSI out of the turbo I have. Well, you don't want to run out of fuel pump.
20 psi.
A boost.
I know.
Yeah.
20 pounds.
He's got, well, yeah, PSI is pounds per square inch.
I know that.
Smira retracted their message. Daryl said, with the engine from the Sprite.
Oh, cool.
Lotus said, what?
Gonna take the engine from the Sprite and put it on the golf cart.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
That sounds awesome. Left hanging 4549. What is happening here? Just a nightly live where we read everyone's comment and try to converse with people across the world. Tinker said, Lotus, mine don't either, but it might if I install the flex fuel sensor for E85. Lotus said, ooh. Your average burner account 31. What's your opinion on IPAC or AI pack? I don't know what that is. APAC.
I think it's something like politics.
I don't know what that is. Tinker said Tinker. Or damn it. Lotus said Tinker. Sent a K series, aren't you? You're a K series, aren't you? Just a silly little YouTube channel said we need some thumbs up. Jane said you're average, no politics. Hey, if that's politics, we don't talk about it. Livy said look at the baby boy trying to square up. At least he's not 5 foot or less than 5 foot, 4'6". Rebels said, you're such a great guy. Thank you, Rebel. Appreciate that. I like to think I'm a pretty good guy too. Frida said, good evening, Miss Jane. Tinker said, at Lotus, I'm doing a full Nissan KA24DE turbo conversion on my channel, 2.4 liter. Man, you should see the head on that thing. Lotus said, it has a Warborough 255 in it, Randall. I have fuel
What a
pressure
funny
for
gal.
20 psi. I know what I watch, Tinker. Sorry for not commenting. I'm bad for not commenting. But okay, you got the fuel pressure for 20 pounds. Wonderful. Left hanging, that's cool AF, bro. Don't let no one kill your positivity. Boy, we've been close these last 2 days. People want to do stupid crap. Oreos Black Desert said, you look weird. Okay.
Well, that depends on what you call weird.
I mean,
Oh, did
everybody
you
looks weird to
survive the
everybody.
tree accident?
Jane said, hi, Freedom. I look better before a tree fell on me. Olivia said, at least I can bite. Careful, I heard he likes biting. Rebel said, him and Diddy spent time in the basement together. Hey, Rebel, if that's what makes you feel better, buddy, you go on back now.
He loves Diddy though.
Yeah, I know he loves Diddy. Carlos said, you need a Bosch fuel pump, Lotus. Lotus said, I have chocolate Oreos. That sounds delicious. Lotus said, meh. Rebel said, you're such a good dude. Thank you, Rebel. Olivia said, I don't want chocolate Oreos. Well, then don't eat the chocolate Oreos. Tinker said, Lotus, the K series, if Honda. Lotus said, Tinker, I speak import. Bill Reed, 3265. I'm heading back to Africa. Okay. Lotus said, no V8s here. Hey, Bill Reed, you have the right to go wherever you want to go. Jurors Fitness, the Gold. Would you rather duck a fidget or duck a midget?
Oh, you can't say that.
No, it's duck.
Well, no.
Oh, midget's offensive. Careful. Come on now. Gosh. Sensitive subject. We have short people in the chat. Daryl said 57 minutes tonight. Okay. Olivia said, hey, yo, with 3 quiet crying faces. Rebel said, I love you. Can you get freaky? Nope. I reserved that for the parties. Olivia said, you're not my mom, Randolph. I'll eat them in spite of you, Mr. 30. Okay, then eat them. It's your choice. Your average burner account said,
If I
I
didn't want him, I wouldn't eat him.
Let's see here. I had a crush for like 3 months straight, only to find out it was a boy in disguise. Ouch.
That's Thailand. Right there.
Welcome to Bangkok.
Hancock. I mean,
Tinker said Lotus is just a pain in the neck when searching for KA parts, and everything that comes up is the Honda K series. I hate AI. I like my AI songs. Carlos said, I love you too, at Rebel. There you go. Olivia said, hey, I'm not a midget. I never said you were a midget. I just said you were short. Come on now.
no, if you kick it, no, you'll bark, dude.
Short fuse. Calm down. Calm down. I know you're not supposed to tell a woman to calm down, but calm down. Lotus said,
better if you take his water and squirt it on her.
you get a little squirt ball. Lotus said, dang, Olivia, I think Randall just called you a midget. Jane said, R3 called Olivia a fidget. I said short people. Olivia said, I know, I'm not a dwarf. Whatever you say. Jane said, I am calm. Your average burner account said, you know AI will eventually get good enough and you won't be able to tell if something online is real or not, and they might blackmail you with things and didn't even do. People's already lost their jobs over that stuff. Like, people have been like, their life ruined over that kind of junk. Olivia said, don't tell me to calm down, nerd.
Calm down.
Settle down.
I'm not a nerd, so I'll tell you.
Nerd. Lotus said, did you mean Kia? Kia?
I thought it was like you.
Let's see here. Rion said, hi, are you from North Carolina? Yes, I am. Denton, North Carolina. Jers finished the gold. Do you use knee guards? For what? I mean, I'm not quite 30, but I feel like I'm 68, so I probably need to. And I'm officially caught up.
Hooray!
Hooray!
Oh, good Lord.
I'm showing 55 likes. Can we get at least 60 tonight?
Guys, if somebody says $20, Randy will twerk.
$20, I will twerk. Won't be a good twerk, but it'll be a twerk. Olivia said, you are bald, Randy, is nerd, and Timu is baby today. Haha, you're baby. Because baby got back.
It's dark.
Jay
I'm
said,
bald?
ew, no twerking.
Look up.
but remember-
I was bald. No, apparently not. Golly, hey everybody, I'm bald. Did you see that? God dang, I didn't know that. Wow! He ain't bald. He's got sideburns. Look at him. You got to cut
Let's
that
see,
right
your
there.
average burner account said, I'm talking about inappropriate pictures, speeches, etc. AI could literally land you in prison. Yeah,
That's what he just said.
there's people that have went to prison and lost their jobs over AI already. One sentence is all it needs to start getting stuff. And the only reason they found out is because at this moment, AI doesn't take breaths or take certain pauses in their sentences. But it still doesn't matter. Their life was ruined. John said, I'm waiting for the twerking. I need $24.99 because I need $4.99 for the taxes and I'll get the 20 from it. So, I mean, you send $24.99 USD, somebody here will twerk. Lotus said,
Whoa, whoa.
It's
It's
you.
gonna
You're
have to
in
be
the
you.
camera.
they said Randy.
It ain't gonna have to be you.
You Randy.
It's gonna cost more than $20 for me to twerk.
$20 is $20.
You do ahead.
Your daddy twerks.
Lotus said, Crash Bar done lost it.
He might have to pay for a hip surgery if he did it.
Yeah, my hips have already had a surgery. I don't want another one.
I was talking to you.
Tinker said, Lotus, LOL, I actually work on ML and AI projects at work. AI is just the new digital drug. They're all designed to keep you engaged for money-making purposes. Yep. Olivia's laughing and said, love you, Pops. That made my day.
Huh?
Huh?
Skeezer said, are you a... You're going to have to stop typing in squiggly lines for me to read it. Madison said, y'all need to be drug tested. You don't want to do that.
We're testing them as we speak.
Yeah, I tested all of them. I still got at least a month before I'm back to work. Freedom said, y'all remember the crash dummies in the 80s? That's the question for you.
Yes, I remember them.
You were.
He was probably
You're probably one of them.
That's where he got his scar on his forehead. He's
Hey,
been
give me
lying
that
this
up
whole
there,
time.
please.
You went for it.
I'll get it. I'm fine with it. You want to read?
He likes reading.
I mean, I'm fine with reading it. Let's see here. Tinker said it's the new generation of humanoid robots for defense that people should worry about.
I know one thing. I saw the thing today. They're $150,000 if you want an AI woman.
What?
Yep.
Yo.
Cheaper than a divorce.
Jesus H. Christ.
And ache is what they'll listen to you do.
Careful, Justin. You're still dating one, you
You
idiot.
just pulled damn views if you don't.
John said, LOL, your average burner account said we live in Cyberpunk 2077 without all the cool stuff.
No, no.
We just don't have enough money for the cool stuff. Come on now. Olivia said, shh, Madison, they don't know I've laced their food yet. You used the wrong there, Olivia. Freedom said that's what people
I
are
know
doing
it
with
ain't true
job
'cause I keep
loss.
mine on the shelf.
Yeah. Freedom said that's what people are doing with job loss, LOL. Mm-hmm. Ooga booga. So what's the nearest city to y'all? Denton.
We're in it.
Ashboro. Charlotte.
Charlotte's far.
Right.
Charlotte's only like 40 minutes from here, dude.
It's an hour.
No, it's 40 minutes.
Well,
Straight.
the college.
Straight down 49, dude.
Charlotte is an hour.
Madison said, hey, we are poor to get to twerking. No, they have to send the money first. Show me the money. WJH said, is that air conditioner behind you? Yes. During the summer, it's 90-some degrees in this office. I need the air conditioning. Jane said, oh my goodness, no twerking, but I'll pay to watch R3 get his back waxed.
Whoa, that's a smart idea.
That's weird. We might have to set up a stream. If we hit a certain dollar amount, we'll wax my back. Carlo's laughing.
I don't know. It might be 3,000.
Hey, we're only 5 away, 5 subscribers away.
Let's see here.
4 away. Don't
Carlo-
you start making up no bull crap.
Carlo's laughing at Jane. Hey, we need 3 more subscribers, y'all, for 3,000 subscribers. Could you be number 3,000? Lotus said, dang, Maddie gonna put him on the corner. He don't get back to work. I got the notification today that my insurance has been canceled on me because I didn't work 7 days in the month of October. I'm like, I'm out family medical and disabled right now.
99.
Oh, we need 1 more, y'all.
$29.99.
I bet you can't be number 3,000. Agua said, America! OGRC said, thing number 2 with an explosion and a Fist. Welcome in, OG. Well, glad to see you back. Lotus said,
3,000 subscribers.
Who was number 3,000? I'll have to get to the bottom. I'm sorry, I got to catch up. Carlos said, Lotus said, I will add $5 to that, Jane. Carlos said, and you'll be his pimp, Lotus. Freedom said, no, your pop is a crash dummy. Dang it. OG said, Cocoa Crisp. Cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. Olivia said, bro, thought it back. I didn't think you have to worry. Jane, he ain't got.
It's not so easy, is it?
Especially when she can't type. Good back to throw it back.
Bro. Ooh-wee.
Mr. Cool or no, Ski, are you illegal? If so, I have to leave.
I don't think so.
I mean, some of my vehicles are illegal. I mean, emissions shit. But me? No, I was born here. Lotus said, what up, OG fam? B_YouTubes. Hello, can you ask Senior if I can take the company truck to pull my camper to the woods this weekend? I promised my wife I was going to bring home a deer, but did not tell her when.
Who's that?
She said no. D. Herman. Merry Christmas, guys. Caswell County here. Well, Merry Christmas to you, D. Herman. Hope I'm saying that right. Ooga Booga said, where's the strip tease? Best you gonna get is I'm gonna take this jacket off before long. Carlos said, and sup. Pame said, Trump is my favorite. Tinker said, I wouldn't call Denton a city. They started to build a town, but didn't finish it.
He's a funny guy.
This is why I like this guy.
One more will have 60 thumbs up.
Oh my gosh. OG said BBT. Madison said, I have wax, LOL. Oh God. The advice guy said hi. Hello, advice guy. Aggie said freedom, yeah. Zachary said 2. Zachary-Olivia's 2. Disciple of Christ V8H. God bless you. Well, God bless you too. Olivia said, sorry, I'm typing fast. Remember, smooth is fast and fast is smooth. Slow down.
That's not.
Carlos said, at
The better
Lotus,
you
blue
type,
power.
the faster we read.
Yeah. Carlos said, Lotus, blue power. Blue heart, Viagra.
And I know some of y'all like to just stump the person reading up, especially the old man. But it's really, rough on us.
Aggie said, I only have $5. Do you want it? I do not ask people for money. If you only have $5, you might need it a lot more than I do. Freedom said, new language AI generated. Would not surprise me.
60 thumbs up.
That's awesome. Fate H Westlife 2226. Hey, from Algeria. We put up a pin for Algeria, please?
I don't know where that is.
I don't either. You have Google. Olivia said, that happens to illegal people. We give them to Walmart. No, we just give the people who come here after hours to Walmart. WJHDH-Y5Q. I am very rich. I've grown bored of money and don't know how to spend it all.
Well, I can show you a couple.
To become like.
month.
Hey, if you.
Oh, it's in Africa. Oh, it's huge.
Homer said, greetings from Iceland. Put a pin in from them as well.
Iceland.
Well,
Okay.
welcome
Yo,
to
man.
America land.
Hey, that's the first time we've
For
got
Iceland?
Iceland,
Cool, you're the first person from Iceland.
yeah. I'm giving.
Who are?
Hey,
I'm gonna just call you YouTube. Lotus
Give
said,
Iceland an orange one.
bed.
Lotus said, Car Lami, LRP, don't need no blue pills. It has nitro. YouTube said, heavy snow tonight. Thor and Gretel. Be careful, Hansel and Gretel might eat your house. But be careful in the snow too. I imagine y'all handle it better than we do. Freedom said, that's classic.
61.
Shadow said, can I ask you something? As long as it's appropriate, you can ask. Hey, Travel and Explore Adventure said, greeting from Zimbabwe.
Oh no, dude! I just sat down.
Hey, I'm gonna need a pin in Zimbabwe. D Herman. If in doubt, it's probably not a fart. It's like love. If you gotta push it, it's probably shit. Carlos said, sorry, Lotus. I'm just playing with you. Tinker said, hey, Randy, I moved here shortly after the town hall burnt down to the axles. Shadow said, my friend Ryan, owe me $2. Owe me $2. I want to tell him to give me the money, please. Say, hey, buddy, you owe me $10. Pay up or I'll break your kneecaps.
This is Mexico City.
Olivia said, oh, Lotus with the devil face. Mary_milk 8556. What about steam engines? I know nothing about them, but there's no way around it. They were powerful. Aggie said, you are a good man. Spider-Man. Thank you, Aggie. Lotus said, what are you sorry for? G-Body Spanky Reloaded said NDP. Lotus, welcome in, G-Body. How have you been? Your average burner account said, greetings from Thanksgiving dinner. You're a little late, but hey, there's nothing wrong with that. Good Thanksgiving dinner. There's nothing wrong. E.R. Mosk said, see you at the market. I think that's the Swedish flag. You know the best part about the Swedish flag? It's a big plus. It might be a Finland flag. I don't know. Livy said, yeah, Lotus, it's a big boy. He may have a tiny turbo, though. He can take it. MDLBCN. Warm hugs from Mexico City. Did you put that one up?
Yep.
Okay. G-Body said, Jane, stop. Peace out. Carlos said, because I mentioned Viagra, Lotus. Ski said, do you eat dish poop? Deep dish poop. What? What is deep dish poop?
I have no idea.
They eat it. They know what
Delixer?
it is.
Have you ever been hunting? I've never been hunting, Delixer.
I don't know.
D. Herman?
On Bumble, that's counted as hunting.
He's lying too, because he hunts for wrenches every time we need them here.
D. Herman said, can you stick your tongue up your nose? No, and that sounds disgusting. Carlos said, BRB, coffee. Lotus said, what up, Spanky? Tennis insights. Better to churn or... Oh, man.
It's tragic.
That sounds disgusting. I bet you like a good cup of it, don't you? Aggie said, you ride bike, motocross? I used to ride four-wheelers. I drove off the side of a mountain one time. Lotus said, it's an average turbo, dang it. Don't be sending turbo pictures to weird people on the internet. Livia said Lotus. Aggie said Lotus. Yeah, Lotus RC is Lotus RC. Lotus said, I know you take Viagra, Carlo. It's okay. We all have problems. Delixer said, do you deep fry everything? No, but I deep fried a turkey yesterday. It was delicious. I prefer just a nice skillet. Don't listen to all the stereotypes about Americans. Just like
a lot of them's true.
A lot of them's true, but not all of them.
But you go to the fair, they deep fry everything.
Yep, they deep fry every damn thing. MDLBCN said, what are you lads doing for Christmas dinner? Well, my wife's supposed to work, so there's no telling what we're going to do.
I'm going to be right here at the shop.
Yep. I mean, I would love to do a ham for Christmas, and we can do a live while we do it. Levy said, that's average? Dang, average really small then. Lotus said, what's up, Aggie? Kami, 9036, Jesus loves you, dog. Well, Jesus loves you as well. D. Herman, can any of you juggle or do a cheap trick? Well, for me to do a cheap trick, you got to pay me. You got to pay me for cheap tricks. Because remember,
the circus is not free.
Nope. I mean, my cheap trick is I can show you how to go from brand new tire to not that.
I can show you how to delete.
Yeah. Jane said, Carlo takes Viagra so he doesn't roll out of bed. Kickstand. Lotus said, go drive a Charger. Livia said, go kiss a cow's butt.
No.
Big G _ boxer. I'm top one Charger. Yo boy, Dodge. I have no idea what that sentence was supposed to mean. Aggie said, did you serve in the Army or PMC? No. The person who used to own the building before he passed away, I heard he was in the National Guard. And that picture was here whenever I bought the building. And it's not going anywhere. Livy said, TMI, I didn't need to know that, Jane, with a bunch of laughing, crying faces. Brent said, what's good, Randy? What's good, Brent? Hoping to be back to work sooner rather than later, buddy. But I'm going to see if I can move up my doctor's appointment from the 26th to whenever they can take me. My last day of therapy is Wednesday. Lotus said, whatever helps him sleep at night. Felix _ T22. What's on the wall? That is our members wall. We also have one outside. If you decide to be a member of the channel, we don't have a lot of benefits because we've only been doing this for a couple of years, well, 2 years. And we just got memberships this year. And if you decide that you want to be a member, we'll have these signs made for you, and you'll have one out here and one at the road. We do not ask anyone to be a member, so if you want to be, you can be. Jane said, hi, Brent. Jane, I work with Brent. Pretty all right fella. I don't care what Todd says about him. Tinker said, I don't care much about specific cars.
We skipped mine.
I haven't got to yours yet, Dingus.
Yeah, yours is further down.
Yeah. I'm right above yours. I'm on Tinker's right now. Tinker said, I don't care much about specific cars. Power to weight ratio is where it's at. Chargers are flying bricks.
Really? Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Just a silly little YouTube channel said, hit the like button, please. Okay.
Mine is opposite. It's showing me on top.
Oh.
He's top.
Lily said, you never told me no pucker up, Lotus. That look weird. Carlos said, ha ha ha, you funny, Jane. MDLBCN, an English man, a Scottish man, and an Irish man walk into a bar.
Oh, I heard this one.
Okay. Did they order a pint and share it? Lotus said, wait, what? Felix said, oh, cool. Yeah, we don't ever ask anybody to be a member, but if somebody wants to be a member, they're more than welcome. And Morania, 6841, hey, so are you Republicans? We don't talk about it. Politics and religions, the quickest way to lose friends. D. Herman, being investigated for mass murder causes trauma. I don't recommend it. I don't recommend mass murder. So that's just me. I feel like we could have done something to avoid that. Olivia said, I told you to go kiss a cow's butt. Moo. Jane said, R3, I knew that he worked with you. Okay, Jane. Fur said hi. Hello, Fur. Church of Dr. Phil. So y'all want to make a church for Dr. Phil sign? Look, if you become a member, it's $4.99 USD a month. If you become a member, if you want your name at Church of Dr. Phil, we'll do that. Or it'll just be at Church of Dr. Phil.
It's your sign. You do what you want.
It's just
what you want to do.
one of the benefits that we can give you. June 1043. How do you feel about now that Cambodia, is that like commode, and Thailand are fighting again? I haven't been happy in years. Do you think peace deal will happen again? Buddy, I don't think we need to be fighting. There's too many people that's angry out there.
We still don't talk politics.
Yep, we do not talk politics.
I don't think that is politics.
That is politics because any kind of conflict like that is usually politically led.
Oh, that's true.
Well, I'll be damned. Church of Dr. Phil.
Hey, look at that.
Become a member.
Well, then, how does he want it?
Do you
We
want
gotta
your
write it
name?
down.
But I'll get called up to that. If you will let me know if you want your name or just at Church of Dr. Phil. Let's see here. Delixer said, if you had to live without one, which would it be? Beer or trucks? Beer. I don't drink beer. Carlos said, Viagra's with Vivo, Dad sleeping, me looking stupid, an exploded piston, Fireball doing a burnout, and a hole in an oil pan.
This is just as it is on YouTube, please.
Just as it is on YouTube, please. All right, so it will be at symbol Church of Dr. Phil. Well, we do thank you for the membership, buddy. Aggie said, Trump, make America great again. From Italy. Hey, put one in the boot again.
I got you.
That's your opinion. We just ask we not talk about it on here. Olivia said, you're weird, Randolph Hitchens the third. I don't know who that is. My name ain't spelled like that. Mine's with an E, not an I, so haha.
The boost.
Ski said, are you gay? Nope, I am not.
It's cool.
Hey, Dim 49574 is also from Russia, so we need Italy and Russia in.
And Russia's a big place now. Do I throw a dart or do we have a place?
Yeah, most of the time it's going to be right there near Europe.
I know. I just want to know if it's up here. That'd be cool. I want to put up there.
And Imerania said, he said we don't talk about politics. Yeah, we do not. Please, that's
I'll put it up here.
people will start arguing over politics. Supreme Leader Lop, Jesus is King. There you go. Lois said, I don't see what he just read.
Sometimes it don't.
I don't know
show
what
up.
you're. Yeah, I don't understand. I keep having to refresh mine on the phone. Jane said, so what is the end of that joke? I don't know. Lois said, never seen a cow butt come.
Idiot in suspense.
Oh, it's how to keep an idiot in suspense. Oh, well, Olivia said she told you to go kiss a cow's butt.
I said, was it a short one?
For Lotus to kiss it?
Oh.
I don't know. Wow. Jane said, so what was the end of the joke? Bailey said, hello. Hello, Bailey. Church of Dr. Phil became just a silly little YouTuber. Again, thank you. Olivia said, sucks to suck, Lotus. D. Herman, I want to redo your crown molding so bad. We will redo it at some point. It's just not high on the priority list.
Bathroom.
It's just not high on the priority list, I promise.
But if you're doing it for free, come on.
Yeah. I pay you no attention. Lotus said, I like a Hoover. Is the writer available? Pray for my friend. He has a test in university and a need him down. Well, if he studies good, I believe he will succeed. Bailey said, Dr. Phil in the chat. Hey, Church of Dr. Phil's a member. Said, just as it is on YouTube, please, with a heart, and then send a bunch of members-only sleeping
That's what I
emojis.
need to do.
Madison said, oh dear, for 800 jewels. Solario, or how about Solitaire?
Good job.
Solitaire, what state do you live in? North Carolina. Delixer said, trucks or football? Trucks. I do not like sports. Bailey said, can we ask Dr. Phil about the opioid crisis? Sure, he's in chat. And Amarania said, you look like you're happy in life. Do you have any advice for me to do the same? Do what makes you happy. If you're waiting for other people to make you happy, you're going to be disappointed in life. Mushroom the Weirdo is in Scotland. Mushroom the Weirdo. That's funny. Church of Dr. Phil said, y'all are great. Much respect. Again, much respect to you. Thank you for becoming a member, dude.
We're stopping.
It's up there near Sweden and Finland and all. It's up. Scotland's up there somewhere. Uh-oh.
3001.
Uh-oh. Okay, we're good. Sorry, y'all. Loading on here. Let's hear. Bailey said, this is giving police vibes. Whoa, now. I ain't the police no more. Okay? I'm
I
retired.
don't know about you.
I quit 5 years ago.
But when I'm
Tennis Insight says,
letters right there on it, I can't see.
I don't know what that says. Aggie said, broom, two-stroke.
I want somebody from there.
Madison said, LOL,
Cool.
cop vibes. Carlos said, welcome to the gang, Church of Dr. Phil. Lotus said, I have two-stroke RCs on my channel.
It's just Sweden, right?
No, Scotland.
Oh, good lord.
Ert said, come along, me, come along me. Lotus said, rap. Madison sent a bunch of cop cars. Either Al or AI Safut. There is no, okay. Everybody is welcome to their opinions. And in America, just remember, freedom of religion. Levy said, rap. Mazda RX-7. Let's see here. Ert said, I love Denver. Colorado? Lotus said, there is so much dead grass and dirt in the patio after the snow melted. Bryant said, I can't keep track of sports statistics. I can't either. And I've never cared for sports. Carlos said, I have two-stroke nitros that rev to the moon. Darth said, are you guys a couple? No, that is my youngest brother. And the guy in the yellow is my dad. D. Herman. Gotta run, guys. Show love to your family. See you soon. See you, D. Herman. Thank you for coming in. Have a good night. Bailey said, Phil, see me outside. Bryant said, unless you're a serial killer, if that makes you happy, please don't. Yeah, listen, as humans, we know what's morally wrong. Don't do the wrong stuff. Aggie said, what are you talking in your live? I am reading.
Yeah. And then you reply.
I reply to most of the comments, but I say if you can take the time to comment on our live, I can take the time to read it. But listen, we have 3 minutes. I need to get caught up. Madison said, excuse me, Deputy Randy. Excuse me, Deputy Randy. Excuse me, Nurse Madison. Delixer said, I went to Bojangles once and the worker there talked so fast I couldn't understand him. That happens to me a lot. Alex said, can you ask the kid behind, kind bald dude, if he's still doing the AC unit giveaway, or if that's over already? I distinctly remember telling you we're not giving away that AC unit. Fur said, you ain't looks like Americans.
You are.
My friend, we need a dictionary for you.
Facts.
But what do Americans look like? We're the melting pot of the world. Delixer said, have you ever been a furry? 325. Never been a furry.
I hope not.
Tinker said, app and create and bask in what you make. There you go. WJH said, where Saudi Arabia on map? It's right up there.
Saudi Arabia?
Yep, to the right of Sudan.
It's yellow. There aren't.
There's somebody from Iran right here.
From where? Ukraine? Oh, I know where that
There we
is.
go. Tired of tennis.
Ukraine.
I got you.
Num said, free Palestine. I freed them. They said, too damn cold. They come right back. New Ham said, who else says free Palestine? Apparently a few people. But again, I don't have them locked up. I let them go, and they said it's too damn cold and come back. Madison said, Addie is singing, what does the fox say? Because you keep saying brat, 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 brat. What does the fox say? Airhead said, sir, I'm new. Oh, hey, you come in yesterday and said it. So you're not new to your community. Come on, you damn liar. They said they're new to the community, the gay community. Techno said, are you in Alaska? No, North Carolina. D. Herman said, free Palestine from Hamas. Oh, I can't do that. At the end of the day, I have no control over them. Lotus said, my Rustler VXL is faster, Carlo. Tinker said, meow, 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 meow. Let's see here. Michael Thomas said, do you watch NASCAR racing? When Chester comes, we do. Listen, I got 1 minute. So listen. I'm sorry, y'all.
Oh, we do have something.
I cannot catch up, but Freedom said a friend of mine was in the Director of Emergency Operations in the Union in Burke Counties, North Carolina. Cool. Everybody, that's going to do it. That is our 2 hours. We're right at 2 hours. Just remember, y'all have a wonderful night, day, whenever you're watching this. Carlo, take your little blue pill. Anything y'all want to say?
Keep it silly. Thank y'all.
Anything you want to say?
Watch your sister's songs.
Have a good night. Thank y'all.